Thanks for watching Retro Tech Toys. Today we're back to look at this game system that I got from Amazon. I actually got an open box special from Amazon. It's a lightly used product that they're supposed to refurbish and repackage, and the box is supposed to be damaged, but everything inside is supposed to be like new. It's supposed to work great. It's supposed to be exactly as it was if you purchased it brand new. Now, the reason why I went ahead and did that is because I was kind of curious what an Amazon warehouse thing looked like, and also I got quite a deal on this because this is about $45 to $50 normally, and I got it for $25 because it was an open box special. And the box was supposed to be damaged, but I don't really see much damage other than a scratch or two and a little bit of tape. Now the box looks great to me, so we're going to go ahead and open this up, unbox it, and see what's inside. This is supposed to be the enhanced edition of this generic Chinese game console. It's supposed to have real player, and looks like it has SRS WOW HD, and it's supposed to run H.264 video. It's supposed to be HD ready, USB powered. It doesn't have anything marked here, so I'm not sure what it is, and it's got all the options marked here. I guess that means this is the colors, because it's kind of like a PSP or a Vita with Switch colors. So I guess they're marking what color it is here, but I don't know how many gigabytes we've got for storage. But overall, everything looks good, and thanks to us, this product has a second life. I'm excited about that, so let's go ahead and open it up, and we'll see what's inside. Okay, right off the bat, seeing the console is just thrown in there. It wasn't protected or wrapped up or anything, but we do have the console, and we've got headphones, and they look new, but they're probably garbage. I would love to see Dank Pods just take these and destroy them. I don't know if any of you watch Dank Pods, but I love seeing him destroy cheap headphones. Looks like we got a warranty card. That's cool, I guess. I have my own cable, so there was no cable, but I've got my own mini USB cable because that seems to be what it takes. I'm ready to turn this thing on and see what it's all about. So I'm not sure how to do that exactly. Oh, it looks like that turned the lights on. This has power, but this turned lights on. And it looks like it started right up. That's a pretty cool startup screen. And then we have this little kind of OS, and it looks like the battery's totally dead. But let's hope it's maybe got enough life that we could check out a few things here. And looks like it's got a camera. Let's see if we can turn the camera on. Well, there you go. That's the camera quality. Just taking a photo of what's right in front of me here. Let's see. Let's see if we can get... I mean, it could be a lot better, I guess, or it could be a lot worse, too. So that's actually not that bad for the camera quality. I mean, it's much better than I expected. I didn't even know this thing had a camera. Let's go ahead and take a picture of that. So I actually can't find the picture we took, but whatever. Let's see what else we can get into. Let's get into game. So we've got some Game Boy and Game Boy Color. We have some Game Boy Advance on here. And let's find something easy that we can run. I'm wondering if this battery display is correct because it says it's totally dead. Like, that's not a full battery icon. That's an empty battery icon. Hey, you want to see if it plays Doom? All right, there seems to be no music for Doom, so I'll just keep the regular sound effects in. I won't edit them out. I don't care about that. But yeah, it does seem to run Doom. So it runs Game Boy Advance, and the buttons, I'll have to say, these buttons feel okay. These feel a little weird, and these, if you can tell, they're slightly off-center, but they feel all right. And overall, this thing's really light. It kind of feels like a toy. But it seems to run things pretty well. I haven't noticed any kind of weird screen tearing or anything like that. That's good. So, I mean, already, I'm pretty excited about this thing. I think this is going to replace my phone for what I retro game on when I'm needing to use a handheld system. And I reviewed a Raspberry Pi Zero system already, and it was pretty cool, but the screen was way too small for my eyes. I got old people eyes, and Yeah, I need something bigger, and this fits the bill pretty well, I think. And for $25, uh, I don't know that I'd pay $45 for it because that battery in there is questionable. I'm going to try to get off of here and charge it, and I'll come back and I'll let you know if that battery bothers to charge. I'm going to let it charge for a couple of hours, and we'll see. So here I am plugging it up, and I'll be back. So if you can see that, it's doing its thing. It's trying to charge. All right. So I have a battery pack that I got off of a power bank that I have. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and replace the battery in this unit because that battery is dead. I tried to charge it for a while and no bueno. So I went ahead and used my heat gun and I got everything off of here nice and easily. As you can see, did a really good job. And what I did was I marked negative and positive so that I would know what side was what. And we're going to open this up and I'm going to see if this might just fit inside of here as a replacement. And I started to take the screws off and I realized that there are only 2 screws in this thing. So this got to me from Amazon. It was supposed to be like new, just with slightly damaged packaging. And there were only 2 screws in there. So I'm going to have to put this thing back together with 2 screws. And that's okay, we'll do it. There we go. So that was pretty easy. I got a little speaker there. We'll go ahead and remove that and we'll get this off to the side. And the battery we have here is pretty small and I'm kind of worried about shoving this one in. I don't know if it's going to work. There are a couple of things I could do. I could just take the camera off because I don't need this camera at all. I don't need it. I'm not going to take pictures. So let's go ahead and get this battery loose from this glue. It looks like we've got some foam tape in there, and I think I got it. So that was it. That's all that was holding this in. And what we can do is I'm going to cut the battery right here. And then I'm just going to hit the 2 solder points, and we should be good to go. But before I do that, I'm going to take that off. Now, I guess I'll try to hit it with my heat gun. And it looks like with that gone, the pack does fit. But I don't know if it's going to be too thick because this is about twice again as thick as this pack. All right, we got both solder points on. We're going to go ahead and just kind of squeeze this back together and see if we're good. The speaker came loose, so I'm going to solder that back on really quick. All right, I just wanted to show you some modifications I had to make. Where the speaker goes, and there are a few tabs, I had to whittle those down to nothing. I had to make them nice and flat because the battery pack was too big, but once I got those nice and flat, it will fit. And the speaker still fits in there just fine too. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this back together now, and I do apologize. My original audio that I took when I was recording this cut out at about this point, so I'm overdubbing the rest of this video. But everything went together pretty smoothly. It wasn't hard to get back together. And that's all we've got here. We're going to turn it on and see if the thing works now. We've got everything put together, and it's a lot heavier, but that's okay. I actually like it heavier like that because it doesn't feel like a toy anymore. So I want to see if this thing's going to turn on now. That's the big thing, and it sure does. We've got lights, and the thing cuts on, and it's great because this is a much larger battery, so we'll get a lot more battery life. And as you can see, there's a little section there where it shows the battery is slightly charged. We didn't have that before. And this power bank that I got this battery from wasn't completely charged anyway. It was about 40%. So that looks about right. So the console is repaired, and I was able to repair that speaker too. The cables came completely loose from both ends of the solder point on the speaker and the board. So I went ahead and just soldered that whole thing back on. And it still fits in there really well. Everything fits in snugly, and I didn't even have to glue anything back in place. And like I said, it's super heavy now compared to what it was, but now it just kind of feels like a real handheld console. So I'm excited about that, and I'm really glad we got this thing working. And by the way, it does take an SD card. It takes a micro SD card. It claims it only takes 64 gigabytes, but you can put 128 gigabyte in here, no problem. Just make sure that you format it in the actual device before you put it in your computer and copy games over. I would definitely recommend this for the $25 that I paid for it. I don't know that I'd pay $45 for it. I don't know if the console that I got was messed up because it was previously used, or if that's just the quality of this thing. Kind of looking at how the speaker wire just fell out and I had to solder it back in, I'm going to say this thing's pretty cheap, and I don't know if I'd spend 45 bucks on it. If you can find one for the $25 that I paid, that wouldn't be an issue. I'd probably pay that. Either way, I'll include a link below so you can check it out for yourself. This thing will play everything from Nintendo Entertainment System all the way up to PlayStation 1. It'll play most PlayStation 1 games, but not all of them. So let me get these two screws back into place so the thing doesn't fall apart. I can't believe it only came with two screws, and I don't have any other screws that will fit this thing. But whatever, you take what you can get, and this was really cheap, and we were able to upgrade it to a much better battery. We were able to fix that speaker that came loose, and we took the camera out that we don't need. So I'm pretty happy about it. So that's all I've got for today. I'll have more videos coming on Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching Retro Tech Toys. Check out our website at retrotechtoys.com. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we release content. We're trying to do that twice a week now, and we really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching Retro Tech Toys. We'll see you next time.